As most all stories start, once upon a time, there was a young girl named Mary who lived with her aunt and cousin. Her aunt and cousin were mean, spiteful, and lazy. They made Mary do all the housework and wait on them hand and foot. One day there was a great ball at the palace in honor of the prince's return. Everyone was invited to attend. Mary, however, was made to stay and muck out the horse's stall, shear the sheep, and care for the fish in the pond. Once Mary had cleaned the horse's stall and groomed the stallion told Mary, "You have been so kind to me and cared for me so well. If you wish, I could take you to the ball." Mary thanked him, but said she still had much to do. So the stallion said that if she could finish her work, he would take her when ready. Mary then went to shear the sheep. The sheep thought that Mary was kind to them as well. "Thank you for taking your time and shearing with so much care. In return, let us make you a beautiful dress," said the sheep. Mary sighed and said that would be wonderful, but she still had to care for the fish in the pond. The sheep told her they would still make the dress. Then, if she finished in time, she could wear it to the ball. Mary thanked the sheep and went to care for the fish. She pulled the leaves, branches, and twigs from the surface of the pond. "For all your hard work, you deserve a present. If you drop in the pail, we will give it to you," cried the fish. Mary dropped the pail in and pulled it up. Inside the pail were a pair of silver shoes and a beautiful necklace. Mary put the shoes and necklace on. She looked at the clock tower. Seeing that she could still make it to the ball, she raced to the sheep. They had finished making her beautiful white dress with their soft wool. She put on the dress and got the horse to take her to the ball. Once she was at the first palace gate, she met a young boy covered in mud. He explained that his horse had run off and that he was late for something very important. "I need a ride," he said, "but everyone is so busy, no one will take the time to help me." Mary smiled. "I am sure I can give you a ride and still make it to the ball." On the way to the palace, she told him about her amazing day. The young boy took over the reins and raced to the palace doors. Mary was puzzled as the young boy led her inside. Once inside, he walked up to the king and said, "Father, I am sorry I'm late. My horse ran off and no one would help me return to the palace except for this kind girl. She was good enough to stop for me. I will take her as my bride." Mary was shocked. It had been the prince she had helped. The next day, the prince and Mary were married. Mary brought along the horse, the sheep, and the fish to live peacefully at the palace in return for the help they gave to her. The aunt and her cousin were forced to do their own work.